Hey, this is Time Bomb, and if it's your first time checking out the channel, hit that subscribe button to catch all the updates. Thanks a lot for joining me here today. I'm going to do a breakdown on a defense out of the 3-4 playbook. This is the Will Buck press, which I'm sure you guys have probably played before. You've seen some other videos in the year about it. But this Will Buck press can still get some great pressure out of the 3-4. Here, I like to have one of my better blitzers in this middle linebacker spot. So I put LT there, and then I've got Derek Brooks on that right end spot. I think those are the two key positions where you want some of your best pass rushers at. So I've got Derek and Brooks there, and then I'm going to use Lewis here, the middle linebacker. So we got Will Buck press, and let's go against some halfback wheel for now. So very, very simple setup. All I do is I shift the D-line to the left, shift the linebackers to the left. Now I get my user, and I'm going to get him right here in this gap. And what I'm going to want to do with him is I'm going to occupy that number 70 right guard. And if I occupy him for long enough, then LT should basically just get in there free. So I just kind of get him to engage, and boom. You see LT is going to get right in there. Did you see that? He's just gonna fly in as long as you. Sorry, it's shift left. Shift the defensive line left. Shift the linebackers left. Crash up. That's all I'm doing, and then I'm just hovering right over here over this gap and just trying to occupy number 70 so that basically LT trip there. So when you see that happen, you got to cover that whatever's breaking over the middle of the field there. But that's all it is, really. He should get in free almost every time that he can make it in. As long as you occupy number 70. See, he's going to slide right around in there. No one's going to pick him up. He's going to get right in. It's pretty efficient. Pretty efficient. Just been messing around with it here. Oh, he kind of got held up. Tripped again. Didn't get in. I tried to get in with my user, but I messed up there. So you can see, as long as if he does get tripped up on the line, it does actually make it a little harder for him to get in. But there's still no one picking him up. See, boom, he's in free, just flying in there. And then you can see that B route coming over the middle of the field. So that you do, as soon as you see LT start to move in, you do need to start to move back with your user to pick that up, right? Because it could get thrown. I tried to throw it right there, but I couldn't do it with the other controller, even though I knew exactly what was going to happen and my user was coming back. So there's a chance, even if your opponent does know what's going on, if it's going to get in there. Oh, there we go. I found it that time because LT did get held up, surprisingly that time, even though I did occupy him. But I think most of the time here, like you're seeing, the majority of the time, as long as you do occupy that guard, they're not going to be able to make that any throws, basically. He's going to get in there so fast before they even expect it. Again, here I'm just going to show it, just occupying him. CLT's getting in. I couldn't throw. I'm trying to throw that B route before I can really get back with my user, but it's not possible. Maybe if I really anticipated this time. This is pretty easy. Occupy 70. Oh, LT tripped, so we're going to get him in. And that time I was able to get it because LT tripped. I couldn't get back with the user, even though I couldn't hit Y even if I tried there. Okay, got that. Occupying him, LT's gonna get in, can't make the throw, right? It's just that simple, right? If LT doesn't trip up on the way in that line, here we can show it in the replay. If LT doesn't get tripped up, then look, he's just flying in there. Right through, boom, right on. I'm like, wow. Look at that again. See, just straight through this one. Look, 66 is kind of targeting him, but he goes for the other end. Or sorry, someone else there. I don't know if it's the end. And then he's just going to come in free right through it. Boom, get those sacks like that. So this play has been working out pretty well for me for a while. Now, generally, if people add blocking, it does get picked up better. But if people are sending out a bunch of routes, this is a great blitz that you can send in to get a big loss at them. So let's take a look at some of the gameplay footage I have for this as well. So in this first play, what I wanted to show is that, this play isn't just good to get the passing. We see an under center play like this, it can actually do a good job picking up the run. See, he's trying to get outside. Bad spin, it made it able for me to get those tackles on him for sure. But you can see it can be picked up. Here again, you see the pressure's getting in there free, causes the fumble, and he does recover it. But that pressure getting in there that fast is what caused it. Again here, pressure's coming in free, gets to him in like instantly, right? Like, so if they're sending out too many routes, then this thing can just fly in there around. Here we're getting a little late, but around the edge he comes in for the sack on that one. You get more people blocking, you get slightly different animations. Here again, he is picking up the pressure, but throws it down deep, but I'm able to click on and get a nice swat away there with the AI. So you can stop those deep passes when they do get time, and a lot of times too, they may rush it a little bit and then throw it into coverage, just like that. I'm able to pick that one off too. Now myself, I play more Tampa 2, cover 2 defense, so cover 3 plays, I feel I can get burned a little bit more on them, so I don't use them as much, and when I do, I like to use them in ways like this, where I have pressure coming, where I'm using a blitz, so that they have to make a quick read, make a quick throw, and hopefully we'll throw that into coverage, and I can get a big turnover, get a big play. So if you are still using the 3-4 book, or maybe you're playing more nickel, but you still have 3-4 in your playbook, then definitely try out this Wilbuck press. It was really big earlier in the year. Not really big. It was big-ish earlier in the year. Definitely a play I knew about, but I've been using again recently. Definitely worthwhile to check out. So thank you for checking out this video. Make sure you give it a like. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm in Time Bomb. You guys are awesome. I will catch you later.